Slow down, querida. You're not making any sense.
Oh, it makes perfect sense.
Did Patrick got a call from his dead wife?
Patrick received a call from a blocked number. And on the other end of a very bad connection, there was a woman claiming to be Robin.
That's terrible. It must have been very upsetting for him.
Oh, exactly the type of thing you'd hope for.
Why would I wish that kind of pain on anyone, even Patrick?
Dios mío, Carlos, you came into town expecting to find me lonely and desperate to get back together with you. And instead, I'd moved on with Patrick, and now you're trying to undermine us.
I'm sorry you're upset. But I gotta say, I'm not surprised.
Because you arranged the call.
Because anyone with a pair of eyes can see where your Patrick's head is at.
His head would be fine if you would just stop messing with it.
Do you really think I arranged for Patrick to get that call?
Well, it certainly didn't come from his wife. The woman is dead and buried. You heard from Robin, like, in a dream?
On the phone. She called me and I heard her.
When was this call?
On her birthday, yes. Special occasion. I was missing her and my mind was playing tricks on me, right?
What you're describing is improbable and...
Oh, no, don't you mean impossible? I mean, Robin's dead. I know that, but I heard her voice, and when I did, it was like being hit by a truck.
Patrick, it was somebody else that just sounded like her.
I heard her voice. She said, "It's me, Robin." Sabrina thinks it was somebody pulling a prank on me.
You told Sabrina?
I had to. I mean, I was upset, obviously. I just heard my dead wife on the phone. But that's not possible, right?
Patrick.
So why can't I let it go?
Wait a minute. Obrecht brought Faison here.
So you didn't check the guest book? You might want to tell the chef there'll be 2 more for dinner tonight.
That wretched woman and her obsession with that maniac will bring the WSB right to us.
Look on the bright side, Jerry. Maybe the cavalry isn't coming. Maybe they're already here.
Put the gun down. I don't pay you to confront me in my own home.
Prince Nicholas, I apologize. I mistook you for an intruder. Please, forgive me.
They really talk to you that way?
Word never reached me of your arrival.
That's because I didn't send any. No, I recently became aware that the island has become home to some outsiders. I'd like to assess the situation without alerting anyone to my presence.
But the staff and I were led to believe that these were your guests.
Really? Well, tell me about them. Did they happen to have a baby with them?
No, I know nothing of a baby. Perhaps the woman does.
What woman?
Dr. Albrecht.
I'm your grandfather, and you may call me Papa. Yes, you may call me Papa. And you're my grandson, and I shall call you Cesar. Yeah? And you know what, sweetheart? You're gonna have everything in the world. I promise you. And anyone.
Enough, Cesar. The boy is weary, and so am I. Why don't we retire?
The WSB might be coming for Faison and Obrecht, but no one is coming to save you.
Well, obviously you haven't met my mother and father. They'll be here.
Not in time.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're finished, Robin! We both are. I have no intention of staying on this island stuck with that Teutonic wretch while awaiting the arrival of the WSB. I've had it. I'm gone.
Well, then what are you gonna do?
I'm going home to see my mother and my brother one last time.
And you're gonna let me go home, too.
Robin, Robin. Of course not. Now! Any last words? Huh?
You make me sad, Sabrina.
Why? Because I caught you?
No, because your opinion of me has sunk so low. You think I would use Patrick's grief to my advantage.
Ay, como que no? You did,
When?
Carlos.
When?
You couldn't wait to point out the fact that Patrick was still wearing his wedding ring.
A fact.
Acting
A simple fact.
like it was proof. So takes it off. You start going in about
Which you never thanked me for.
You want me to thank you? Why should I thank you when you ignore what I want?
If you really knew what it is you wanted,
You're either drowning me in flowers or you're hinting at the fact that I will always come.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You think that by keeping Robin front and center in Patrick's mind, that he won't have any room in his life for me?
I didn't do that, but maybe I should have. I can tell by your anger that it's working.
I understand how grief can ambush you. Make you believe in things. I've been there with Jake.
What do you mean? You heard his voice?
I could see him. The first time I was at the grocery store, I rounded a corner, and there he was. He was sitting in a cart pointing at a box of cereal, and it was like, oh my God, my baby's alive.
What'd you do?
I went to him. And then with every step, I realized that it wasn't him. It was some other little boy, some other mother's son.
How did you move on?
I guess I called Cameron. Jake yelled, "Mommy, I'm not Jake, I'm Cameron." And Jake is gone. And it made me realize that holding on to Jake wasn't fair to Cameron or Aiden.
It's not fair to you either.
And holding on to Robin isn't fair to you. And as much as I would love for her to walk through that door right now, she can't. Robin's not coming back.
Jerry, wait. Please.
Had a deal, Robin. You saved me, then I save you. But you didn't live up to your end of the bargain.
But I can still save you.
Stop it! You're demeaning yourself.
I'm telling you the truth, Jerry. Jerry, you don't have to die.
But we all have to die one day. You're just going first. You see, you don't have enough time to generate
You're right.
a cure.
There is not enough time. But there is another way.
Peter, is Dr. Obrecht alone, or is she with someone else?
Do you mean Mr. Jackson?
Mr. Jax.
Yes,
Jax.
Mr. Jerry Jackson.
Forgive my skepticism. I have to question your timing. I'm about to shoot you, and this is when you announce that there's another way to cure me.
Because I just thought of it right now.
Oh, how terribly convenient.
I don't think that I need to make another dose. I think that it may already exist.
Where? In a pharmacy?
In the bloodstream of the person who you already gave the cure to. So all you have to do is find the man who stole the cure from you and get it back.
You're kidding. That's just bloody marvelous.
What's wrong with you? I just told you that I know how to save your life.
The problem is, the man who stole the cure is Luke Spencer, and he's gone.
Oh, Mandy. Could I get a pillow for my feet and the latest issue of Sky Mall? I'm really interested to see what these new personal massagers are all about.
I'm not pretending. I want to give you the whole enchilada. You want a soulmate. I think I'm it.
Please, just...
If I live through this, if we get back home, you deserve the whole meal, and I'm going to give it. Trace. What? Can I try your slippers? Mine are so tight. What the hell?
Oh, did I kill your buzz?
Is there a problem?
Wondering how completely you have embraced the placebo effect.
What placebo effect?
The one that's allowing you to think you're cured after an injection of what might have been just colored water.
Is there any party you can't poop?
How do we know it was the cure?
Well, look at me. I'm feeling 100% better.
And how do we not know that that's just a combination of adrenaline and champagne and your warm nuts? Even Jerry Jack...
And that's a good thing, because otherwise we would have never gotten our hands on it.
And look, what about that physician? Jerry Jax had the doctor hidden away in some basement laboratory.
So what are you getting at?
Maybe the good doctor doctored the cure, and maybe we never should have left that doctor on that godforsaken island.
Cesar, did you hear me?
Yes, of course I heard you. I'm standing 5 feet away.
I'm waiting for you. I've been waiting for a long time. Come to bed.
Well, I'm not tired.
I said nothing about sleeping.
My little sweet grandson, you're gonna sleep a little bit, right?
He will keep... You know, it's best for the César. A strong boy needs a strong upbringing. We must rear him together as one. Be one with me.
I can't make you happy.
Happiness is for dogs and Americans. I desire allegiance. Is it really so much to ask? Especially after I have given you so much and still I have so much more to give.
Is that so?
You spent the better part of a year in confinement. You must feel stymied. Allow me to clear the blockage.
Grant me one request.
The clamps?
The mask. Wear it.
Oh, you're right about one thing, Carlos. I am angry. But not because Patrick's still mourning his late wife. He loved Robin. Her passing left a giant void in his life, and he's done everything that he possibly can to move on from that, and someone is trying to undo it all.
I'm angry too. Because every minute he spends heaping affection on his dead and buried wife is another moment you go without.
I'm not going without anything.
Then why are you here?
Oh, you want to know why I'm here?
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you once and for all to back off and to make sure that you know that Patrick and his grief are off limits.
If he was able to give you what you need, nothing I could do would bother you.
Don't act like you know me.
Well, I know this much, Carita. You deserve better. And if you choose to stay with Patrick, he will give you less and less until there is nothing left to give.
Elizabeth, thank you for telling me what you went through after Jake died.
I didn't want you to think that you're alone.
You helped me get my head on straight. Again.
You don't need me for that. You just have to think about what Robin would want for you. All your questions will be answered.
You're taking orders from Jerry Jacks?
Yes, sir. He said you put him in charge.
Isn't Jerry Jacks, isn't he the psycho that poisoned the Port Charles water
Yes,
supply?
that's the one.
I thought he was dead. Wasn't there some explosion?
Jerry's death is often greatly exaggerated, unfortunately. Is he on the island now?
Yes, sir. Last I saw, Mr. Jacks was downstairs.
Downstairs where?
In the lab.
What, Luke stole the cure? So he was the one with polonium poisoning?
Yes, he was indeed. It's a bit ironic, don't you think? Here you are toiling away in anonymity while upstairs your mother's one-time lover is lying in wait for me with Tracy Quartermain.
Luke and Tracy were here? Were they looking for me?
Not everything's about you, Robin. Luke was searching for the same thing as me, the cure for polonium poisoning.
How did Luke end up with polonium poisoning?
Oh, well. Luke's affliction came courtesy of Helena Cassadine. I was going to test a dose of the cure on him to make sure it was safe. And, Tracy intervened and absconded with the whole thing.
Well, then it sucks to be you right now. Because Luke is the key to your survival. And you let him get away.